at General Grammar with me, Mr. Goodie Grammar. Thank you so much for joining me on your Wednesday to go ahead and have a little grammar party. So, I hope you're buckled up and ready to go, because today we're going to talk about the craziest sentence structure. Compound, complex sentence! Yeah! So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started with me, Mr. Goodie Grammar. So, a little overview of the evening. We're going to start with some sentence shoutouts, followed by a Basketbreaker. And then, the meat of the lesson, compound complex sentence. And then, the Grammar Goodie Shoutout of the Week! Is it you? Did you get the Grammar Goodie Sentence Shoutout of the Week? Stick around to the end and I'll let you know. And then finally, we'll go ahead and check out for the evening. So, are you ready for this Grammar Goodies? I know you are. So, first, I want to give you a little bit of gratitude with some sentence shoutouts. The first sentence shoutout goes to Hillary L., who said, "Your mum, Queen Goodie Grammar, sent this to me, and I loved it. You are the epitome of an excellent teacher. Very creative, and I love the cameo by the superstar Max. This is definitely the antithesis of a boring lecture in class." Whoa! Thank you so much for that, Hillary. Oh, wow. A great compliment. But Queen Goodie Grammar? My mom? I am Emperor Goodie Grammar. Anyway, thank you so much. And everyone, Hillary used this on the current deluxe word of the week, where you have two words, epitome and antithesis. So amazing job utilizing them in an incredible compliment. So thank you. And now let's go to the next sentence shout out. Bam! Goes to Wallflower 4920. Wallflower 4920, you've gotten one of these before, so keep it up. Here's what Wallflower said. Guest cameos? Interesting new characters? This episode is the epitome of keeping content fresh. Word of the week videos are the antithesis of boring. Whoa! Once again, amazing compliment. Thank you so much, Wallflower 4920, for that. And much like Hillary and Wallflower 4920, they watched the deluxe word of the week. Woo! Video that came out this past Sunday. Make sure to check it out. What they did was took the two words, wrote out various sentences, and boom, put them into the comment section. And that's how you get a sentence shout out. So make sure to participate. Not only that, make sure you're participating right now with me on Facebook Live or later on YouTube. Come on, practice makes perfect. So thank you so much. And everyone, stick around, because at the end of this episode, I'll go ahead and tell you who got the Grammar Goodie Sentence Shoutout of the Week. So, without further ado, I think we should go ahead and do a Basketbreaker.
Uh-oh.
For this week's Basketbreaker, the question is, what is the most complicated task that you have ever completed? What is the most complicated task? I would say paint by numbers, but no, that was even hard for me. So, what do you think? What was the most complicated task that you have ever had to complete? Make sure to drop that into the comments section. I'm kind of nervous. Ooh, are you going through your mind spiraling, going, that took me a fortnight and 7 long years? Who knows? But you know who will know? Us, by reading it in the comments section. I'll go ahead and give you my answer for right now. The most complicated task I've ever had to complete is giving a Yeti a back wax. Whoa! He screamed. And there was hair and fur and tears. So I can't wait to see what you put. Now, to the meat of our episode. Boom! We're gonna drink up some radioactive waste.
3, 2, 1.
Tonight, as I told you, we're gonna go over compound complex sentences. But hold up! Before we do that, let's go ahead and review some essential concepts to understand compound complex sentences. The first thing that I want to review is a compound sentence. The first part of a compound complex sentence. So, as a reminder, a compound sentence is one sentence that contains 2 independent clauses. But it can be joined together in a variety of ways. So again, a compound sentence. You take one independent clause and another independent clause and join them together in one sentence. It's compounding, it's coming together. Let me go ahead and show you a quick example. My banjo broke. So I use strings attached to a rib cage to play music. Backwoods Alabama. Wow, that was actually quite beautiful. As you can see in this example of a compound sentence, I have the first independent clause, my banjo broke. And it's joined to a second independent clause, I use strings attached to a rib cage to play music. With this comma and that fanboy's so. Therefore, this is a compound sentence. So you might get a little inkling of what's going to go on tonight. But before we jump to exactly what a compound complex sentence is, there's one other element, a little ingredient that I'm going to spice in there. And that's a dependent clause. So, whoa! What is a dependent clause? No, it's not Santa Claus that has a cookie addiction. Oh, he's dependent on them. No, a dependent clause, it's a clause that contains both a subject and a predicate. However, it does not make complete sense on its own. In fact, dependent clauses are dependent on another part, an independent clause, to make complete sense. Let me go ahead and rewind and say that one more time. A dependent clause needs an independent clause with it to make a complete sentence. For without that independent clause, it's lost. Also, dependent clauses usually start with a subordinating conjunction, which are words like once, since, because, when. Let me show you a couple of examples of a dependent clause. When the banshee attacked the city. Here, it starts with the subordinating conjunction, when. And we go down, we have our subject, the banshee, and we have the predicate, attack the city. But, Grammar Goodies, does this make complete sense on its own? When the banshee attacked the city? No! Absolutely not. we need to attach an independent clause to it in order to make it a complete sentence. So we could get this complex sentence example. When the banshee attacked the city, the citizens ran in absolute terror. Ah! Ah! Great, right? So, you're probably going, wait, Mr. Goody Grammar, why did you bring up a compound sentence, and why did you bring up dependent clauses? I'm so happy you asked that question. Thanks. That's because they go into making a compound complex sentence. And if you've yet to see our latest episode, episode 21, it's entitled Compound Complex Sentence. Whoa! So check that out as extra review. So what is a compound complex sentence? A compound complex sentence is composed of two independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. Whoa! And we know what those are. We just reviewed them. In another way, you could kind of think of it as adding a dependent clause to, guess what? A compound sentence. It's as simple as that. Take a compound sentence and boop, throw a dependent clause in there. Let me go ahead and break down an example for you. So here we have a dependent clause. When my banjo broke. And we have two independent clauses. The first one being, I cried out of frustration. And I use strings attached to a ribcage to play music. Whoa! So we have one dependent clause and two independent clauses. But now we're going to sprinkle in some punctuation and some conjunctions to mix them together. Whoa! In order to make a compound complex sentence. So, in the end, we could get this. When my banjo broke, comma, I cried out of frustration. But I now use strings attached to a ribcage to play music. So, if you can go ahead and read the notes that I just played, it actually said that this is a compound complex sentence. Whoa! Incredible, right? All I did, let's say I just had, I cried out of frustration, but I now use strings attached to a ribcage to play music. That's a compound sentence. All we did was, boom, added this dependent clause to the front of it. Simple as that. It's not seeming so difficult now, right? All right, let's go on. Let's look at this example. My cat decided to colonize Mars. So she rode a rocket into space when the government gave her clearance. Good luck, Empress Minnie Kitty. Go into the stars and colonize. In this example, we do have two independent clauses. My cat decided to colonize Mars. 1. She rode a rocket into space. 2. And it's joined together, and they are joined together with a comma and so to form a compound sentence, right? Well, all we did is plucked this dependent clause at the end of it, when the government gave her clearance. And then we get a compound complex sentence. The beautiful thing here is the dependent clause actually helps create more information, more context to add to that compound sentence. Wow, your writing's already getting better. Let's look at another example. The Kool-Aid Man will thumb wrestle the Easter Bunny because they are rivals. And I cannot wait to see them battle. So, with this example, we actually see it a little different. We have the first independent clause. The Kool-Aid Man will thumb wrestle the Easter Bunny. Then it's followed by a dependent clause because they are rivals. And then we jump into the second independent clause. And I cannot wait to see them battle. So we have two independent clauses, one dependent clause, and a compound complex sentence. I wonder who would win that, the Easter Bunny or the Kool-Aid Man? What do you think? Go ahead and put that into the comments section. Who do you think would win in a thumb wrestling match? The Kool-Aid Man or the Easter Bunny? My money's on the Kool-Aid Man, but that's just me. Alright, here's another example. Since Billy needed groceries, he called an Uber, and he went to Circle K. Yeah, get a slushie too. Here, we started with the dependent clause, since Billy needed groceries. Followed by an independent clause, he called an Uber. And, following it up, he went to Circle K. You see what I'm putting down on you right now? Dependent and two independents. Don't rush your writing. Make sure to look back at your sentences and see if they have all the essential components. Ask yourself, is this a compound complex sentence? Does it have a dependent clause and two independent clauses? Awesome! So, with that out of the way, I think it's time we ask for some employee assistance.
We need some employee assistance.
Here's what I would like. In this section, you're going to be given different sentences. And it will be up to you to identify the sentence structure for each sentence. As you know from watching the various general grammar sentence structure episodes, there are 4 different sentence structures that we went over. A simple sentence, a compound sentence, a complex sentence, and finally, a compound complex sentence. In order to enhance your writing, you need to be able to identify the different structures, what goes into them, so you can apply that in your own writing. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I want you to look at each sentence, break it down, look at the punctuation marks, look at what conjunctions are being used. And that will give you some insight into what sentence structure it is. So, whether you're with me right now on Facebook Live or later on YouTube, participate in the comment section. Can you get all 5 questions correct? Let's see. Question 1. As long as I put the oven on bake instead of broil, I will not burn down my apartment. True story. So, as long as I put the oven on bake instead of broil, I will not burn down my apartment. Is this A, a simple sentence, B, a compound sentence, C, a complex sentence, or D, a compound complex sentence? Put either A, B, C, or D into the comment section. Practice, people, practice. And you know what I'm going to practice right now? Hydration, by drinking water. Yeah! Delicious. So, the correct answer to this is C, complex. has a dependent clause, as long as I put the oven on bake instead of broil, and an independent clause. I will not burn down my apartment. So, it's C, a complex sentence. How'd you do? Are you 1 for 1 right now? Let's keep it going. Question 2. If you want to know the truth, I can be very hypocritical, for my words do not match my actions. Am I a hypocrite? Hashtag existential crisis. So, is this sentence right here? If you want to know the truth, I can be very hypocritical, for my words do not match my actions. Is this A, a simple sentence, B, a compound sentence, C, a complex sentence, or D, a compound complex sentence? What do you think? Break it down and add your answer into the comments section. I'll give you a second. Alrighty, what'd you get? Okay, I guess I'll give you the answer. The answer to this is D, a compound complex sentence. We just went over it, right? So, the first clause right here is a dependent clause. If you want to know the truth, starts with that subordinating conjunction, if. Followed by this compound sentence here, I can be very hypocritical, for my words do not match my actions. We have one dependent clause and two independent clauses. So guess what? We have D, a compound complex sentence. Awesome, 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 right? Let's go on to question 3. I cannot begin to understand existence. Oh, hashtag existential crisis number 2. I cannot begin to understand existence. Is this A, a simple sentence, B, a compound sentence, C, a complex sentence, or D, a compound complex sentence? Put it into the comments section. What do you think? And if you know the meaning of life, please also put that in the comments section, because I would like to know. Okay. I'll give you the answer. The answer to this is A. It's a simple sentence. It's just one independent clause. Let's go on to question 4. Stacy will quit her job at the mall once Willy Wonka hires her in his marketing department. Sell that chocolate, Stacy. So, I'll read it one more time. Stacy will quit her job at the mall once Willy Wonka hires her in his marketing department. Is this A, a simple sentence, B, a compound sentence, C, a complex sentence, or D, a compound complex sentence? Let me know. And also, Willy Wonka, feel free to give me some free chocolate. No, please, I love chocolate. So, put that into the comments. I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer. The answer to this is C. It's a complex sentence. We have one independent clause and one dependent clause. Stacy will quit her job at the mall is an independent clause, followed by the dependent clause, once Willy Wonka hires her in his marketing department. So we have C, a complex sentence. All right, grammar goodies, how are we doing so far? That's 4 out of 5 questions. Let's see if you can get the final question. Question 5. Margaret is upset because she cannot find her slingshot. But I know she'll find it. I'm going to read it one more time. Margaret is upset because she cannot find her slingshot. But I know she will find it. Is this A, a simple sentence, B, a compound sentence, C, a complex sentence, or D, a compound complex sentence? Question 5. This is the epic one. Wow, I actually hit that note. Okay. The answer to this question is boom. D, a compound complex sentence. Whoa! We just went over that. And just to remind you, a compound complex sentence consists of 2 independent clauses and 1 or more dependent clauses. So we have Margaret is upset. That's an independent clause. Because she cannot find her slingshot. Dependent clause. And we followed up with, but I know she will find it. Which is an independent clause. So we have a fulfilled compound complex sentence. So D is the answer. Whoa! You did it, grammar goodies! How do you feel? Did you get all 5 correct? If you did, put little party emojis into the comment section. Have a little dance party for yourself. Because guess what? Next week, we'll be doing a special edition of Whoa Wednesday, where I'm going to test all your sentence structure knowledge. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do a little aisle check. Alrighty, here's what I want you to do. For this week's aisle check, please write a compound, complex sentence. The funniest sentences get shoutouts in upcoming episodes, like the sentence shoutouts of the week, or even the Grammar Goodie sentence shoutout of the week, which is epic. So, make sure to write an original compound complex sentence and post that into the comment section. Make me laugh. Awesome. Boom. And now, sadly, it's time for us to start checking out. Just as a reminder, upcoming, we have the word of the week every Sunday. And a new character was just introduced. Mr. Angry Antonym, my rival. Gasp! So make sure to check it out. Live sessions every Wednesday, but you already know that. Content episodes every other Friday. Sentence shoutouts regularly. And you need to let me know what you want me to teach you. I love making some stuff at General Grammar that you want to know. So drop that into the comment section. Oh, do you see it? Grammar Goodies. It's now time for the Grammar Goodie Sentence Shadow of the Week. Yeah! Can I get a drum roll, please? That was semi-weak, but let's do it. The Grammar Goodie Sentence Shadow of the Week goes to Patsy F. Whoa! Patsy did the interjection episode and wrote a whole bunch of interjections into our comments section. We have, oops, wow, oh, No. Ouch. Ouch. Wow, wow. And ugh. I specifically like ugh. Ugh. So, amazing job, Patsy F. You did it. These interjections right here, booyah, incredible. And if you would like the upcoming Grammar Goodie Sentence Shoutout of the Week, make sure to participate in any of the comment sections for any of our videos. That way, you not only get practice, but you also get attention, which is what I basically survive on. Yeah! All right. Reminder, you can go ahead and follow us on all our social media, which includes Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but more importantly, our own website, www.mrgoodiegrammar.com. Sign up there to receive exclusive content, extended videos, worksheets, PowerPoints, and mystery. Make sure to check it out. www.mrgoodiegrammar.com. Okay, so, Grammar Goodies, I cannot thank you enough for joining me on another Wednesday. My name is Mr. Goodie Grammar. Thanks for stopping by General Grammar. And, comma, in anytime. I'll see ya.